Hello, everyone. It is Monday, another week, and we are. Oh, turned it around, wrong way. Hold on. Boop, turn that back. There we go. Another week, another day of quarantine. Well, we're open here in Atlanta, but we should still be in quarantine because it's gonna be a mess. We're never gonna quarantine no time soon. We're gonna be in the house forever. But I am very excited because this week is going to be my Actors Week, and I am going to be chit chatting with some actors I had the blessing of working with throughout my career. And today is Taronda J. We starting off with Taronda J today. Um, Tomorrow, Angel Cromwell, Mac Wilds, AJ Johnson, and the creator of Bigger. So I'll get to talk to a lot of people today so we can get the different side of it. I've been talking to other hairstylists and makeup artists about their side of working on set. Now I can talk to the actors that we actually really work with. So when I get Taronda in the room. Oh, she here. Let me. Oh, wait. I don't know how to do this. Say hi, Taronda, so I can add you. Like searching you is hard. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing this week. Bam, here you go. And go live. Boop. Hey boo. How are you?
Miss you, Mucho.
I miss you too. How are you, baby?
I'm good, man. I'm hanging. I can't complain.
How's your quarantine been?
My quarantine is amazing. You know I'm a homebody anyway, so this a breeze for me.
You know what? And that's what I said. I was like, I like my house. I don't have an issue with my home.
Yeah, I've been
decorating. You know how to entertain yourself.
Hobbies. I finally done tickled on the piano and played on the guitar that I've been trying to learn forever and could never get.
Tell him to stop. Tell him to stop texting you, Taronda.
Who
tell him you
busy. Me? What you mean?
Because you paused. Did somebody text you or something?
I know probably my service.
Oh,
that's terrible service out here in these suburbs.
Okay, so can I be honest with you? Okay. So you guys, I worked with Taronda on a BET show called Hip Hop Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I normally are used to just doing stuff and not people just letting me go with the flow and just do what I do. Taronda was not that person. I said, and let me tell you something, right? I said, this woman is terrible. I said,
I know. I'm so used to doing everything by myself. I'm so used to doing everything on my own. And I had to give you my disclaimer ahead of time. Like
you did. I was like, when she gave me her disclaimer. She's like, I know.
Say no disrespect to you because I know you was the dope. You the dope. No disrespect. But I'm so used to doing everything by myself. I'm so used to being hands-on with everything, and I gotta learn how to just step the fuck back. I don't know.
Well, but you know what? But you taught me a lesson. You taught me a lesson on compromise and really working together.
And we did that.
Yeah. But those first 2 days, I was like, now this. I said, I ain't gonna be able to do this. This lady crazy.
I like what I like.
Yeah, and you like, but the thing, the crazy thing about it is that you like what you like, and what you like worked for you, and it took me thinking outside of my box and saying, no, she gonna get what I'm supposed to be doing. They told me to do this, but when we came together and collaboratively made it work, I was like, I mean, okay, she might know what she's talking about a little bit. I mean, that's fine. But we had a very good time. Sorry. And I got to meet a new friend. So for the past 3-4 weeks we've been on quarantine, I've been talking to everybody. I've been talking to other hairstylists and makeup artists that work in the business. So this is why we talk to all the actors that are actually in the business. And to kind of just see what is you guys' take on just like glam and like the glam situations, like being in a trailer, and the things that y'all like to look out for while y'all are doing this, because y'all are the first person. We're the first person you guys see in the mornings,
right?
And y'all could be in bad moods or good moods or this and that. So I just want to get your take on all of this good stuff.
I can only speak for myself because everybody is different. I can only speak for myself. You know, I'm always in a bright mood. I'm always in a good mood. And if I am in a bad mood, I always meditate or, you know, say a little prayer or try to lift my spirits before I into anybody's realm of world of anything. So if I know I'm going to work with a bad attitude, I'll sit in my car, do a little breathing exercise before I go to work because work is work. Whatever happened outside of work, that happened outside of work. So once I enter the work zone, then all that goes out the window. But I feel like all the hairstylists and makeup artists that I've worked with have been very pleasant, if that makes sense. Nobody, you know, I never had any bad vibes from anybody. I never had an issue with anyone. But like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a people person. I'm very personable with everybody. But I can say, like, whenever somebody dealing with makeup artists, hairstylists, if you know you're gonna be in a little funky mood, go ahead and get it out before you sit in somebody's chair, because whatever reaction you give to the universe is bound to orbit back your way. So if I get in your chair with a funky mood, guess what? You gonna have a funky mood too. So I believe in, you know, treating everybody fair and being pleasant to everybody, not just to who's my favorite or who I like the most. I'm gonna be pleasant to everybody.
So so you've been on Empire, and the Empire has came to an end.
Yes.
But I would say, so now did you do your own hair and makeup on Empire, or did you
So I do my own makeup throughout the entire season. I've been doing my own makeup, but the first 2 seasons I was doing my own hair. The first couple of seasons until they, you know, it was like, all right, let's try some wigs, and that's when I was forced to learn about wigs. But I was doing my makeup throughout the entire season, but I did have, like you said, you and I compromised with the hair and stuff. So did the hairstylist on Empire. Shout out to Missy, by the way. Missy was amazing. And we compromised on a lot of stuff, even though I wasn't complying on certain things, but we made it work.
So what how did you know you could do all this stuff? Like, did you grow up around hair and makeup, or? So
I used to do hair. I started doing hair when I was like 14, 15 years old, not professionally. You know how you do out your grandma's basement or in the kitchen? That's what my aunt was tired of paying this dude who used to do her hair. And she was like, hey, Ty, you know, I know you're good with you. Because I was very artistic when I was younger. And she said, I want you to watch him, and then get it, and you're going to be doing my hair because I'm not going to keep paying him. And I was like, man, so you mean tell me I got to do your hair for free? Is that what you're going to tell me? The hell? But I watched him. I got it the first time. And then that second time when she took her hair down, she came to me and was like, did you watch? I was like, I think I got it. And I did it, and she went to a store, and women were going crazy, like, who did your hair? Who? And that's how I got my clientele, word of mouth. When somebody saw somebody hair, it was word of mouth. And I was bringing in a good, maybe 400. Back then, 2005, 2006.
That's good, girl.
I was bringing in like $400-500 a week. And I ain't had, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing pretty good. But that was my little side hustle, doing hair. Now, makeup, I didn't start doing makeup until I landed the role on the show. My mom had bought me a little makeup kit that Christmas. I got the role September of 2014. 2013, my mom bought me a little makeup palette, and she kept saying, I done raised 3 boys. I raised 2 boys. You ain't gonna be walking around here acting like a little dude. And I was like, okay, but I never used it until, you know what I'm saying, I went in thinking I was going in to rap for Terrence Howard. I had threw some little makeup on, and I'm gonna send you a picture later too. And I looked like, it was like white under here. I looked a mess. I'm not post it, but it was literally white, like powder, white baby powder. I didn't know what I was doing. And I remember getting a role, and I remember my first day in a trailer, getting my makeup done, my first time getting anything done to my face. The lady, when Lee Daniels came in to check everybody to make sure he liked what he saw, he looked at me and he was like, this is too perfect. Who did this? And then the young lady Jessica was like, I did. And I was standing there like, oh, I look cute. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I hate it. Take it off. Who did your makeup when you came to your audition? And I was like, I did, but I wasn't like, for real. That was my first time. He said, that's who's going to do your makeup from now on. I like to cry because I was like, I don't know what I was doing.
Wait a minute, so your mistake ended up becoming the case. So you thought
I learned that I had to get better, because when I look back on my old pictures, child, a mess, a hot ass mess.
but that's who helped create the character. You didn't even know you were creating a character.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
You thought you were going there killing it.
I didn't know what I was doing. Hey, Terrell.
Hey, Terrell. I'm still waiting on Terrell to call me back. He's so. You know how them LA people do, child.
Yeah, I love him.
But them people in LA, girl, they get.
You want me to call? He'll answer for me.
Oh, he'll answer for you?
I talk to him all the time.
Child. Well, girl, it takes him days to text me back. Weeks. Then you forget. He said, I was supposed to call you back. Still ain't got no phone call. It's terrible.
Call him, Terrell, or I'm going to see you.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't need to beg for no phone call. So let's talk about your acting career. So how long, when did you start? When did you get the bug to act?
I didn't. I knew I wanted to be. So let me clear this up because I know a lot. I found some hair in my pocket. Down in my pocket. I always knew I wanted to be some form, shape of entertainer, whether it was a comedian, whether it was just rapping. I never really looked into acting because I thought it was hard for a girl like me, black girl like myself, coming from where I came from. I didn't think it was gonna be possible. And I remember my brother hit me up just out the blue because my engineer, shout out to Joe, who's in Chicago, he hit my brother up and was like, hey, Terrence Howard is looking for female rappers in their 20s. I think your sisters should do that. Now, I never knew I was going in to be an actress. I really went in thinking I was rapping for Terrence Howard. And I went in and it was like, you got the script? And I was like, yeah, but I didn't really read the script. I didn't really go through the script.
Right, he was like, I won't rap.
But I did my best, and the lady, because the role I originally tried out for was Tiana role, the young lady with the dancing singing girl, pretty girl. And he said, she said, I have another role in mind for you, and that's when they sent me the Porsha role. I went over the lines, I went in the next day and killed it. They kept calling me in back to back, giving me these callbacks. I had no clue what it was for, and I had no clue it was for a show. I'm still looking for Terrence. Trying to be a rapper. And when they told me I got the role, which was back in August 2014, that was my first role ever. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have a manager. I didn't have a publicist. I didn't have anything. And I just literally went in thinking I was going to rap with Terrence. That's why I always tell people, what's for you, it's for you. You know, that what's for you. When it's your time, it's your time. And God knows it was my time. He knew it was my dang on time.
So you didn't have no formal training as
nothing.
That was your first. So your first role was Empire.
My first role was Empire and became a series regular on Empire. Look at God.
Fox.
I'll count that.
So now you're in it and you're enjoying. Now you're amongst. So how was it the first time walking the set? You're amongst all these actors.
Honestly, and it's so crazy. I'm about to tell you. Don't look at me like I'm a fool either. I remember growing up. I always been this weird girl. I always been this strange girl. To me, I thought I was strange until I grew into myself and found out ain't nothing strange about me. I'm special. I'm God's favorite. But I remember always feeling out of place and always feeling not like the other girls who I used to hang around, pretty, luxurious hair. I was a bald head scallywag, And I remember my very first day on set, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what was going to happen, not knowing if I was going to be good enough. For the first time in my entire life of doing anything, I felt like I belonged. And it's so weird because people are like, well, you starstruck? I was like, no, nothing. It was just
that's where you were supposed to be.
It was a regular day going to work. I swear to God, I didn't feel no heart racing, no sweaty palms, no nothing. All I kept saying was, I can't believe when I went, because my first time seeing the set, I never knew, watching TV, I never knew the shit wasn't real. I was more disappointed than excited. I was like, you mean to tell me all these TV shows that I be watching, none of this shit is real? I was more disappointed than anything, but the very first person I met was Terrence. And he came in the trailer and he was like, hey, I'm Terrence Howard. Nice to meet you. And I was like, I know you. I know who you are.
I was trying to rap for you.
And I told him I was waiting for you at the door. And he said, what you mean? I told him about my story and he was like, yo, that was amazing. And a couple hours later, I met Taraji, and Taraji was, "Hey, I'm Taraji. Welcome. Nice to be on set." Everybody was just so welcoming. It wasn't like, "Oh, you a newbie. Oh, you're a rookie." Nobody treated me any different. We were all one and the same. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged. So like I said, it was destined. It was for me. I always tell people, what's for you is for you. And sure enough, this matters.
Now, I know I shouldn't be asking this question in 2020. No, I know I shouldn't have to ask this question in 2020, but it still is what it is. But being a brown-skinned girl on television, how did you get a good impact? Like, did you get a good reaction from other brown-skinned girls just being able to see somebody like them on television?
Absolutely. And you got your twos and fews who always got something to say, or who feel like, oh, they got her playing a typical black role or ignorant or whatever. But there's fiction, nonfiction, and you need to just learn how to distinguish the two. You know? But I do get a lot of women who genuinely are happy for me, who genuinely congratulate me on a regular basis, still do. And I'm happy, and I'm also proud to be one of those women who know that they're impactful to people around me. And not only that, being able to shift and change women's mindset. You know, a lot of people, I'm very transparent with my story and how I grew up. You know, I grew up with 8 siblings, shared a bed with 3 of them, you know, and before Empire, I was working 3 jobs, literally from sun up to sundown. And I never been to a club. I wasn't going to know, and I was 26, 27 at the time. So I wasn't going to any clubs. I wasn't going to any lounge. I had never been downtown Chicago. I had never explored my city, you know, because just this girl from the hood who was basically a product of her environment. And who just didn't know any better, who didn't have anybody to show me the way, and felt like I didn't have the resources at the time. You know what I mean? So when I landed the role Empire, I flew on a plane for the first time. I left the city of Chicago for the first time. I got my driver's license. I learned how to drive for the first time because I couldn't ride the bus no more because I was on the bus one day and somebody was like, "Ain't you the girl from?" And I was like, "Yeah." That's like, and I was like, "Okay, let me finish." Honestly, Empire has changed my life. You know what I mean? Like I said, I come from a basement. I come from a basement sharing a bed with 3 of my siblings, and now I got my own house built from the ground up, and so much more. Empire has changed my life. Yeah.
Now, how was it? So how did that change your life impact you? Because, you know, impact you and the people around you. Because as you know, once you get on TV, people just automatically think you're rich.
Yeah.
So you get all the phone calls. You get the cousins you know you ain't never had. You know, everybody like, "You remember me?" I'm like, "No, I don't remember you." So like, how did that impact you personally and then the people around you?
So here's the thing. I've always been one of those ethnic hard workers. I've always been a hard worker. So I always had my own. You know what I'm saying? I was real frugal with my money. But anybody who needed anything, they knew they can come to me because I had it. I was, like I said, I was very frugal with my money. But when it came to my success, it wasn't like this. I didn't see many people doing this because they already knew what it was. If you want something from me, you got to work hard for it. And that's why people don't like asking me for nothing, because I'd be like, "What you gonna do? You gonna wash my car? You gonna clean my house? You gonna move some furniture? What you gonna do for this money? Because I work hard for mine, and guess what? You got to work hard for yours. What you gonna do?" So nobody really do this, which I'm super happy about. Even like my siblings, my family, you know, they know what it is. You know, we always come from a hard working background where my grandmother's like, "You can't get nothing until you work hard for it," and that's what we do. But I don't get many people who I do have twos and fews. You know? It's normal to get a few twos and fews who come and be like, "Hey, I'm your cousin." I'd be like, "Never saw you, never knew you. I don't know what you're talking about." I remember one girl was like, "I'm your sister," and I was like, "No, ma'am." "No, ma'am, you're not."
I know my family, don't know you.
You get twos and fews, but I'm not quick to fall for it. You know, I still kick it with my day ones. And one thing, you know, I'm very family oriented. I do everything with my family. I don't really like this pandemic I don't go nowhere anyway. So this is a breeze. But no, I don't get too many people who come to me playing that, oh, you Hollywood and that shit, because they know what it is. I'm still me.
Mm-hmm.
People can still come. If anybody asks you about me, they all going to say the same thing, because I'm still me. Now, I have evolved as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I have grown as a woman and,
Mm-hmm.
and as an adult. And as far as my living situations, I have grown from certain things. But if anybody asks you about me, they're going to tell you the same story. I'm still a little hood chick from the south side of Chicago.
Now I'm gonna be a tad bit nosy.
Come on.
Just a tad bit nosy.
You talking about this?
No. Girl, what? No, but I do want dating. How's that? So, because the thing is, because what I see from you is how I also function. It's like you got to you're in a different level of life, but we still try to stay true with the people, know, and it's like you ain't supposed to be hanging out here in this club, but you do. Or you're not supposed to be over here with this spot, but you do. But you ain't supposed to be here. So, is it hard for you meeting a quality man? Are you dating? Okay.
That's why this right here.
Well, then now, is it hard for you to meet somebody of quality that's really trying to get to know who Taronda really is?
Yeah, especially like here in Chicago. But I just had a conversation with a homegirl yesterday. She was like, "You in all the wrong places. You got to come up out the house. You got to come up out the house." I was engaged. I was with a guy for 8 years. Unfortunately, that didn't work out because I was doing this and he was still, great guy. But I needed to catapult my way into my career, and he wasn't ready to share me with the world. And that was back in 2015. Right? Then I dated this NFL player just a little minute, maybe like a year. Child, he was so cheap. And I decided, like, okay, this ain't the way. And then I dated. I tried to have fun, listening to my friend. I dated an old friend. I listened to my best friend Dante because he was like, just want to have fun. Just have fun. And I'm not that girl. Like, talking into having fun, and I ended up catching feelings, and then that ended. But I did date this one guy fairly recently and ended up breaking that off because I don't think he was ready. And I'm not dating to be a girlfriend. I'm grown as hell. I'm dating to be a wife. I have many attributes. I have many wife qualities. I'm not dating to be nobody little boo-boo or baby. I'm wifey. And I just don't think he was ready. Now, he's a great guy. Now, when he's ready, he can come on and call me because he was amazing. But as far as finding just quality men, nah. Only because I think this 2020, men today, they some little B words, They some little B words. And I feel like a woman at my level of success and a woman who's doing what I'm doing, who won't stop at nothing, it's intimidating to a man. I'm an alpha female. Now, I know how to submit to the right person, but I feel like a lot of men today, they looking for the easy way out where they can, kind of tell women what to do, how to do this, and but I don't know. I don't think I'm too extraordinary for certain men.
You better chant yourself, Taronda.
Yeah, I'm too extraordinary for that. I've accepted that. I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. I've been single for some time now. Remember this, that's why that's right. That's the stress bump. I'm frustrated. But I honestly believe, and to whatever women is in this live chat right now, if you're dealing with having a hard time dating, just remember, you just too extraordinary for certain niggas. Excuse my language, but you're just too extraordinary for certain niggas, and that's that. And I've accepted that. But when he come, baby, because I know he coming, but when he come, baby, you better get you somebody who gonna worship the ground you walk on. Because I'm not accepting nothing less. I'm not accepting nothing less. And I always hear women, hey, and I'm not one of those women who look for a man with money. Because I do believe that when you know how they got the saying, you bring home some bread, a woman gonna make it to a meal. You give a woman a house, she gonna turn it to a home. And just like when you bring a man with potential, he gonna be great. I'm gonna make you great. So I don't believe in dating people on my same level. Now, if you got the same attributes as me, but you just ain't got the finances as me, I'm okay with that. That's all part of building. You know, that's all part of building the foundation. You know, you gotta have a blueprint before you have a house, right?
That's true.
I'm okay with that. It's just that you got some dudes who just they play too much. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all hoes, man. I ain't got time to be playing.
Well, speaking of your wifey qualities, this cooking, Taronda.
You were supposed to come over and get
I know, girl. Wait, it got so messy. I gotta call you to talk about that. But it was a mess. But this cooking. So wait, now, who taught you how to cook? Where all this come from?
So I used to be a cook at a nursing home. I used to cook for the elderly. I was an assistant director of nutritional services at a nursing home. I used to cook, and then I became the I used to cook at a nursing home for 4 years. And I never knew how to cook until I got the job at the nursing home. And then from then on, I don't know, I find it very therapeutic cooking. So I just be cooking up a storm, child. I told you I found my man.
Yes, girl. You be making up your own stuff, girl. You just be cooking, girl.
You know, I like them chunky. I like me a chunky nigga. So he gonna be good over here.
Yeah, if y'all don't follow Taronda, follow her. Because y'all look at she be cooking every day. I'm like, girl.
I love to eat. I love to eat over here.
Now I know you love to have fun, and I know you love your family. And you know I always tell you terrorize my friend all the time.
Who? Dante. I miss him. He been gone. He been quarantining with his family because his grandfather wasn't doing good. I miss him.
Oh, you been at home by yourself?
No, my sister is quarantining with me.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like I'm here by myself. I feel like I'm here by myself.
Because she don't like to play?
She don't do nothing. She likes to sit on her phone and stay in her room and eat. Go back upstairs, stay in her room, eat. Go back up, same thing.
So she not that fun. So wait, we got some questions that popped up in here. Hold on. Somebody said, please talk about being on Patty LaBelle's cooking show. What was that experience like? Yeah, Patty, ain't Patty LaBelle amazing?
She's so sweet.
She's so sweet.
She said, you know my name for you? I said, what is it? She said, baby girl. I said, Patty, you call everybody that. Get the fuck on now. I know you call everybody baby girl. But I'll take it.
Right. I got to go to her house for Thanksgiving, and I was just like, she's just amazing. She's an
amazing soul. She's a sweet soul. Very soft-spoken woman. Very soft-spoken. It was super dope though. And my mom and my grandma, I was super excited to tell my grandma, like, and she gave me a patty pie. I think I still got it 4 years later. I ain't gonna cut it.
It's still in the freezer.
Yeah, I still got it.
So we see you popping up on different things on different shows. What is next for Taronda? Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to do? Because I know you're big in music. So I know you want to do your music career, and then you have your acting. So like, what you going for? So now that I've broke into the industry of acting, I love acting. I love being diverse in roles. Before the pandemic, I did book a movie. And unfortunately, it kind of put a halt to everything. I was working with a network. I can't say because it's supposed to be under wraps with the potentials of my own talk show. Oh. Oh, but this pandemic,
This motherfucking pandemic kind of put
it shut everybody. It shut everything down.
Yeah. But I am working on some stuff because I have been very productive with my time during this pandemic. I've been writing down my little stuff for a potential cookbook.
Mm-hmm.
I want a wig line. I want a cosmetic line. So I'm manifesting quite a few things right now because I'm a woman with plethora of talents.
Yes, you are. And listen to your story. What I like is that you go into stuff like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna make this shit work.
Oh, I have to. We don't do don'ts over here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do don'ts. We don't do can't. I don't do I can't. Well, I don't know how. If I don't know how, I'm gonna figure out how. I'm still trying to figure out. So I got a new iPad, right? Because I don't have. It's so crazy because everybody like you have all that nice shit in the house and you don't have a computer or an iPad.
You had no computer in the house.
One, and I never grew up with a computer. What the fuck I need it for now? Why I need my phone to do everything? But I was gifted an iPad and I'm still literally learning how to use it. When I tell y'all I'm a grandma. I'm such a grandma, but I'm literally we don't do don'ts.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do don'ts. We don't do can't. I feel like as long as I got hands and feet, I'm gonna put them to some good use.
Mm-hmm.
And I advise that to everybody on this live. If you feel like it's something you want to do and you already been embedded in your head, I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know. That you failing right there.
Mm-hmm.
You failing already by embedding those thoughts in your head. Just be like, you know what? I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna do the best I can.
Mm-hmm.
And if it don't work out, on to the next.
That didn't work for me.
That's all I've been learning in life. I learned not to sweat the small stuff because little is much in the master's hands. We keep sweating the small stuff when it ultimately is up there.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't all the things that I had planned for my life didn't go as planned because it wasn't my plan to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I one thing about you, and you know me, you ain't never seen me really angry. Mm-mm. I always make the best.
Even when it was and even when the shit was going down, you wasn't angry.
I don't care about nothing. What the fuck I care for? It ain't for me to care. You die quicker when you worry. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. I ain't trying to die no time soon. I look too motherfucking good to be dying anytime soon. I ain't trying to die no time soon. I don't have no worries in the world. And just like everybody, they worry about this pandemic stopping their money or stopping their finances, or they can't go to work right away. Your job is not your source. Mm-hmm. Never was. Mm-hmm. It's his. It's his. If you put all your trust in him, I guarantee you're going to be all right. I ain't worried. I'm not worried about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Never been, never will.
Now, there's one part I forgot to talk to you about. You are a true Midwest girl, and let me tell you why.
In my language, my slang.
Oh, well, no, maybe your language in the way you like to dress. We are people of outfits, honey. I'm from Ohio, honey, so I'm an outfit.
Oh, so we got the match from
we got a match from head to toe.
You got the match from head to toe. Ain't no mismatch going on over here.
We go there and tell them, what a pants up to this shirt. We didn't. So let's talk about, because you do have a unique sense of fashion.
Thank you.
So and you make it work, and you do what you do. So where did all that come from?
So I originally went to school for architecture. What? What?
Taraji, how did you learn how to fly? I think, girl, you flew this plane because because when I was a kid, I went to pilot school.
I originally went to school for architectural drafting back in high school, and I was terrible at math. And my major teacher told me, "Hey, you're failing. We're gonna have to figure something out. I like you. You're a good girl, smart girl. You just ain't good at this.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to figure something out." And architectural drafting fell under fashion design, interior design, and some other things. And I just fell into fashion. So I had to be about 16, maybe 15. About 15, 16 years old. Mm-hmm. And when I started doing fashion, I was like, oh, that's cute. That's kind of dope. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And then I started winning awards. I started winning competitions and things like that. So I was like, okay, dope. And I kind of just went with my own thing from then. And in my like sense of style, I'm one of those. I'm all about empowering just women, mainly Black women, women of color. I love empowering our women. And the hat, you know, I can't go nowhere
without the hat on.
I started to wear your hat today, and I was like, "No, that would have been too corny." Like, look,
Right.
dude, I got your hat on.
I would appreciate it. Yours is the hat you got for me is upstairs
like, don't even do it, sis. Don't even do it. But the hat situation, my grandmother was an adamant fedora hat wearer. And she was one of those women. She raised me and my 8 siblings, so she was one of the women I truly admire, who I pray I become half the woman she was. But my hat represents my crown. A lot of people don't know that because they probably just like, oh, you just like hats. No, if you ever notice, mainly in every single picture,
you got a hat on.
I keep a hat on. That's my crown. That's my reminder. I'm a queen. She's a queen to me. and then you know my trench coats, long, anything long draping the floor. It's a car keep riding past my house. I don't know what he want, y'all. Little white man. I don't know what he looking for.
That's why you keep your eye on that out there window.
I don't know. He keep looking in here. You just very quiet where I'm at. Don't nothing be going on. Folks don't even like sitting in their backyard out here, but he just keep on riding past. I think he lost. He better go because I'm a call. My trench coats and my long drape, anything draping to the floor is a reminder of. It's supposed to be symbolic for a cape. It's corny, but it's my thing.
No, it's you.
I'm a huge fan of like superheroes and being able to save the world and being like Pinky in the Brain, taking over the world, stuff like that. So anytime you see me with a hat and a fedora on, I'm a queen superhero.
So these literally are your costumes.
Yeah. That's my thing.
Okay, so now all this now getting into your personality and how you function now makes sense. Because now none of it. Well, let me tell you why.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
But it all comes from a background. You know what I'm saying? It's not like when you were talking to me about your hair. I'm like, this bitch don't even do hair. What's she talking about? But it's like, but he's like, no, I did do hair. Like, don't blame me. And I'm just like, I'm like, when you talk about the purchase of your clothes, it's like, well, you know what you like, and you're like, no, this is what it is. But now it all makes sense. It's not all about just because I feel like this should be like this, but it's like, no, this all comes with experience, and I really actually know. So now this all makes sense now.
I'm crazy. I know. It's okay.
But it's a good crazy. It's a crazy with merit. So, what women or men that's on this line that want to just do what they want to do, and just step out on faith or anything, like, what advice would you give them to go for their dream?
So I live by 3 rules in life. That's lie, steal, and pimp. Lie, steal, and pimp. And what I mean by that, I mean lie down your own rules, steal every opportunity that comes your way, and make this world your BRTCH. Hello.
You better drop a word on the real.
Hello. Lie, steal, and pimp. And then we're in this world of technology now. We're in this world of like social media and everything. And I know it could take a toll on people's mindset. It could take a toll on our thinking. It could take a toll on what inspires us. And because today women, I mean, no disrespect to the women who like showing their body, is your shit. Do what you want to do. But as an influence, I try to be mindful of what I put out there. I try to be mindful of what I say, not just for people's sake, but for my sake. I always tell people, you are what you eat too. You are what you eat. So be mindful of what you're consuming. Be mindful of what you're eating. And by eating, I mean what people say and how people say things to you. Because after consuming the wrong things for so long, you become fat, lazy, fatigue, your endurance slow down. And then that means now you don't have the stamina to want to do or want to walk in your purpose. So be mindful of what you consume. That's on Instagram, all the negativity, all the negative shit that's going on social media, and Just be mindful of what you consume, because you are what you eat. So I will say that. And just exude in you. Exude in you. Be you. It's 2020. And all that trying to be cute and trying to be this and trying to stunt for this and flex for this. If you ain't flexing this, you ain't flexing. You ain't doing a motherfucking thing. You ain't flexing this, you ain't doing nothing. So all that getting cute and trying to do this to get money from this dude or do this is pointless. Do you. Just exuding you. And I guarantee you life is good. Life gonna be great. Yeah.
Toronto, I feel like we're gonna be, because I see Chicago tripping like Atlanta tripping. Y'all want to stay in the house?
I was just in Atlanta. Well, before they shut down, but I was just in Atlanta for a little bit.
Oh, I know.
And
I saw your pictures, girl. I saw you was out and about, girl. I saw your pictures, girl. You ain't called me. It's fine though. But what I said, it's okay. But I'm talking about
for one day, Derek.
It's okay. It's fine. But you know what I'm saying is that in Chicago, you know, they could have lifted up y'all band a little bit, and no people was out. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Oh, child. Okay.
They ignorant. They ignorant out here. We don't care about nothing out here. They just gonna do what they want to do.
So wait, the band wasn't lit. They just was out in the street because they wanted to be out in the street.
Because it was warm. It was warm the other day. It was nice. We don't get much nice weather in Chicago. You know that.
That is true.
So when it was nice, you know, folks don't know how to act. And I just wish these people would take this stuff a little bit more serious, because people are dying. I know I have close friends or people who I'm affiliated with that have friends who are literally dying from this stuff. Who literally sitting up in a hospital with this stuff. Now, if we can just like I just saw, Italy? They finally got their ban lifted. They're finally able to have some movement. But that's because if we could just, this 2 months that we've been sitting down or that we've been banned, we could have been all right if everybody would have just listened. Because
Italy was good. Italy was out for almost 3 months. But they said they but still.
And that's what we need to do here. But I don't know. You can't.
It was 85 degrees here yesterday. It was like Freaknik outside.
Yeah, it just feels too much like, maybe because people feel like their freedom is being stripped away from them. But if this is what we got to do to make the world a better place, then do that. Don't be ignorant.
Yeah, so stay at home, people.
Yeah, stay at home until the meantime. Right. Little baby said that's the west side. I'm from the south side. It ain't me, the west side. The west side, baby, they don't care about nothing. Did you see the party that went viral?
I know.
Breathing on it. Now I see. Now I'm a little ignorant too. Now I will say that. Now if the party was worth going to, well, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna risk it because I just know this party gonna be lit than a fuck. But they went there just to be breathing on each other, neck and neck, back and neck.
Packed in the house.
I can't even dance. It was pointless. Now you done risked it all for nothing. To breathe on the back of a motherfucking neck. Come on, man. Go sit down. Go sit down.
Toronto, when this is all over with, we need to see each other.
We are.
Okay.
Soon. I already know it's some work out there. I gotta make a trip out there anyway, make some connections.
Yes, so we can make some things happen. Thank you so much for taking some time out to chit chat with me.
I ain't doing shit.
I know that's why I said when I be like, can you do this? And be like, oh, let me check my schedule. Girl, you ain't got no schedule. Girl, ain't no schedule. I'll let you fly with your schedule, girl. Check your schedule. But yeah, just get back at me.
Anybody who's telling you they busy, they lying. They just want to go on. You're lying.
But thank you so much, Toronto. Girl, I'm going to text you after this is over with.
Okay, babe.
Bye, baby.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Toronto is so fun. She is such a good time. So yeah, this is how my week is going to be all week with some actors that I've had the pleasure of working with that was able to, we can play around on set. So that's why I'll be talking to. So tomorrow we have Angel Conwell tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Talk to you later.